Yeah. Testing, 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 testing. Testing, 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 testing. All right, testing validated. All right, so we took low day. We have taken low day pretty heavily now. Good morning, guys. Happy Friday. I'm going to be going over a quick speed run of what I'm looking at on NQ. So we're going to start from the monthly time frame and work our way down. All right. So monthly time frame, about 7 hours into the monthly close. So today's the last day of February for the monthly candle. So we have 7 hours left into this monthly close. Then we get a new monthly candle. So in terms of direction, we're below the monthly opening price. We have already swept previous monthly low yesterday. So on the weekly chart, we're below this accumulation range. So I'm gonna mark this out. So this is our power consolidation right here. We're below it as of now with this weekly candle. If we do somehow manage to close below the previous monthly low with this displacement candle, then that's gonna be interesting because we have been ranging since December pretty much. Then once March comes, we're practically going to be away from this consolidation range. But let me see on ES. Okay, so ES hasn't taken previous monthly low yet. So this is ES on the bottom. So ES hasn't taken this low at this previous monthly low yet. And Q has taken the previous monthly low. So there is some sort of SMT divergence at the lows for the weekly time frame. Now we're going to go to the daily time frame. So daily time frame, we have already taken the previous daily low. What I'm currently looking at right now is this daily imbalance. So we have this daily imbalance from November 5, 2024. So it's a pretty old daily gap, but you could see we never really repriced into it or rebalanced it. Not until today on February. So this is my POI right now, this daily imbalance with the S&Ts at the lows with ES. So you can see how ES didn't take previous monthly low, but NQ did. So there is some daily S&Ts at the lows, have that daily imbalance. Now I'm going to go to the 4-hour time frame. So the 4-hour time frame, you can see how we have this 4-hour fair value gap above us. As of now, it's a breakaway, or it hasn't been rebalanced yet, but the reason why we didn't rebalance that 4-hour fair value gap above us before we had this move down to Asia lows or low day was because ES already traded above into that 4-hour imbalance. So before this rundown that took Asia lows, we had S&T divergence at the highs with these two 4-hour candles, the 2 a.m. and the 6 a.m. So ES already took the 2 a.m. high, but NQ didn't. So we had the S&T divergence, and then we had that rundown taking out Asia lows. But for today, I'm not really looking for shorts. I mean, we already are above, or we were below the previous daily low. We have this daily imbalance, 4-hour above. So this wick reaction that I'm looking at right now, I like seeing this because if we do somehow just start wicking back up and closing back into this range, and if we see some kind of displacement on the 15, then I'll probably look to engage and look for longs to at least this 4-hour imbalance above or equilibrium of yesterday's daily range. The question for me on the weekly is this AMD to go higher or the beginning of a market maker buy model. Okay, so let's go to the weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, if I'm being honest, I kind of see this more of a accumulation, this drop down as our manipulation to then have a continuation distribution higher for all-time highs. If this is the only reason or scenario that I would look at if ES does not take previous monthly low. Because if we do have those SMT divergence at the lows, this could support our analysis for this scenario. But if ES does take it, then I'm not really gonna expect that scenario to play out. So this was the 4-hour here above. Okay. So now we're going to go over the hourly time frame. So hourly time frame. So yeah. So hourly time frame for the development of the weekly candle. Monday was the obvious high of week, followed by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, continuation lower, and then we have Friday now. So we are below the midnight opening price as of now. We already swept Asia lows. ES also swept the lows too. In terms of a higher time frame PD array, the only thing I have right now is just our daily BISC. Still have my drawings from yesterday. So I'm gonna delete these. Delete this as well. Okay. So daily imbalance, S&T at the lows. We swept Asia lows. We still have London highs untapped. So we haven't taken the London highs yet. What I want to see right now is if we can get a 15-minute closure above the midnight opening price. Because we could say that 930 manipulated, taking out Asia lows. And then we could look for London highs as our draw. This is our current 4-hour candle. The 6 a.m. So from these consecutive down close candles, the last one is this one. We did get that candle closure slightly above this 5-minute city, but no CISD yet. Still respecting this OP. but we never really had that 5-minute change to delivery. So what I want to see is this last down close candle. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 last down close candles. I want to see the last one have a 5-minute closure above. If we're looking for the London highs above. So we tapped discount. Now we're seeing displacement at this 9:48 a.m. candle, this 1-minute candle. Not a closure above yet. Yeah, we haven't got that 5-minute closure yet. Gonna wait and see if we can get that 5-minute closure above. And we could potentially look for longs to London highs. If we get that 5-minute closure above. If we don't, then I'm gonna be sitting on hands. Because I don't wanna get chopped up today, especially on a Friday. All right, we have the 950 to 10 macro now. We do have some SMTs with the S at these highs. So I don't want to see this if we're looking for longs. All right, so as of now, we're not getting that closure above this last down close candle. So the wicks are pretty much just doing the damage right now. So I'm not gonna get in, not until we get at least a 5-minute closure above this last down close candle. Because right now London highs looks good, but in terms of being bullish, I don't really like seeing these S&Ts at these highs. So ES failing to take this high out, but NQ already taking it out. We have about 5 more minutes into the 10 a.m. open. Paying attention to the dealing range of this swing high and this swing low. So I'm paying attention to OTE. And a closure inside OTE. Good morning. All right, let's review what happened in the last 15 minutes. I can refresh my mind. Okay. So 6 a.m. opened. ES was able to run the highs. So ES was able to reprice into this 4-hour imbalance above. And this 4-hour imbalance above on ES was able to offer fair value to this low. So NQ never really rebalanced that 4-hour above, but ES did. So that's why we saw that continuation going lower, taking out low day or Asia lows. After we took out Asia lows from 9:30 open, let me go to the 1 minute and see where the 9:30 was. Okay, right here. So 9:30 had its volatility. So the volatility helped deliver to Asia lows pretty quick. After we took out Asia lows, we then had this wick retracement back up, closing back into this consolidation range before the 9:30 opened. Now we had the 9:45 15-minute candle opening, reacting from the midnight open. Now we're trading back below this OB. The reason why I drew out this OB is because we never really closed below it with bodies of candles, so it was still being respected. But now that we're seeing this current 945 candle, we do close below it, then my idea of looking for longs will be invalidated. We are going to have the 10 a.m. candle opening soon, so we're going to see how that goes. But as of now, I still like longs just because the daily imbalance, the daily SMTs, we already swept Asia lows, previous day low, previous monthly low, and also because it's Friday, so I do like that weekly pullback for the weekly candle. But as far as confirmation for entries, I'm not really getting it. So now we have the 10 a.m. open. So 10 a.m. open inside the same range as the previous 4-hour candles. Seeing some reactions from 10 a.m. So yeah, 950 to 1010 macro. We started off with a little bit of accumulation, traded back down to discount, respected the range of around discount, OTE. We're seeing this move, this push higher. We have the 10 a.m. open. I would like to see the previous 4-hour high getting taken because the 6 a.m. swept the 2 a.m. low, and then we closed back into the range. So I do like that sign of reversal, but I need confirmation first. We do have this 1-minute gap here. We are closing pretty strongly above this last down close candle. So if we do retest it, I'll probably look for longs. Stop at the wick or 20 points. Let's see if we get that closure above. So we're rebalancing this 1-minute FEG. There's also one below the 10 a.m. All right, so we're digging into equilibrium now. So our previous 4-hour high and low, the equilibrium of that 6 a.m. candle. So the 4-hour 6 a.m. We're digging into equilibrium now. I want to see if we have some S&Ts belows. Not really any S&Ts. So we have opened, traded back into the equilibrium. Now I'm going to see if we get that reaction back up. We do have this 1-minute candle, this 1-minute SIBI above. I want to see if we can inverse this 1-minute SIBI. Right now on the 4-hour time frame, it's very back and forth PA. So I'm not really expecting a lot of volatility or expansion today on a Friday. So far we have been retracing to discount a lot. So so this first leg up after 9:30 open that came down, retrace to discount, shoot up, retrace to discount, shoot up. So I'm looking to see if this is the same scenario as well. So this retracement down to OTE, seeing if we can inverse that 1-minute SIBI. If we do inverse that 1-minute SIBI, I could look for longs, but at the same time, I do want that 5-minute change delivery. So far, we just have been wicking into it and then pulling back and closing below. So it's not really doing a lot. But if we do inverse this, I could look for longs. Stop at the equilibrium low. Not a candle closure below yet or above. All right, I'm gonna wait 50 more seconds. Seconds into close.
Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled.
Very tight stop. I'm keeping it very tight. We got that 1-minute CISD. So it's going to be a very tight stop loss. So yeah, this is gonna be a very tight stop loss. We've been ranging back and forth in the 4-hour chart, so I'm not gonna expect too much out of this. So my stop loss is below this 1-minute inversion. Target is the 4-hour SIBI above. I'm gonna make sure that the levels are correct. Like I said again, we are ranging on the 4-hour time frame, so I'm not gonna expect a lot of crazy expansion or volatility. But I do have my validation point level down here, so I'm just gonna let this pan out, see what happens. Did get that candle closure above, so we had a 5-minute change to delivery. So what I wanted to see was this 5-minute change to delivery, and we got it with this 10:05 displacement candle. And then we had this 1-minute change to delivery as well. So the 10 a.m. opened, retraced down to 4-hour equilibrium, so around the discount range of this 4-hour candle. Then we traded back up after retracing to OTE, had a 1-minute CISD, also had this 1-minute inversion, and then we had a 5-minute change to delivery as well. So like I said, I'm not really expecting a lot from this trade, especially because we're ranging in the 4-hour. But we do have this 4-hour for value gap above. We have London highs that we haven't taken yet. So these highs above. And we do have that daily imbalance that we're coming off of with daily S&T. So we're coming around this 4-hour high, so the previous 4-hour high. We have taken the previous 4-hour high. I'm going to move my stop break even now. So if price does retrace and take me out, then that's fine.
Target filled.
All right, so now we have taken the previous 4-hour high and we have taken the 4-hour imbalance above. So this is the trade I took today. I took longs off that 1-minute change to delivery. Stop loss was the 1-minute inversion. So that was our level, that was our stop loss. invalidation level point, and our take profit was the 4-hour imbalance above. So this was a one trade during Friday. If I'm being honest, I didn't really expect a lot of volatility, especially because we're range on the 4-hour. But yeah, as far as continuation, if we do see continuation going higher, like I said on the pre-market game plan this morning, we're either gonna hit equilibrium above the range, or we're gonna reprice into the 4-hour SIBI and then look for continuation lower. So either one of those two scenarios. But yeah, today's trade was based off the 10 a.m. candle. So I'm gonna clear my chart so it looks cleaner. So hide drawings. So basically the 10 a.m. opened during the 950 to 1010 macro. We created the swing point high. We retraced back down to OTE of this range. So we hit the optimal trade entry. And if you take a look at at the previous 4-hour high and low, the 10 a.m. practically just opened, manipulated to discount. So if you take your swing point high, swing point low, and mark out your 0.5, we traded below the equilibrium. We saw that 1 minute inversion, and then we had that 1 minute change to delivery. So this is where I entered off the change to delivery, and the target was the previous, not the previous 4-hour high, but practically the 4-hour imbalance that we had above. The reason why I didn't hold or put my take profit level higher was because we're ranging on the 4-hour time frame, and time of day for the week is Friday. So if I see that Friday's ranging back and forth, I'd rather get my piece of the pie for the day be done than trying to hold wild prices in the range. Because if we're ranging, you're gonna expect a lot of moves up and then reversals back down to equilibrium, reversals down and then back up to equilibrium, etc., etc. So I'd rather get my piece of the pie and be done for the day than trying to trade this range on the 4-hour. But yeah, so today's trade, like I said, 10 a.m. manipulation lower, saw that 1 minute change delivery, got in, and I got out at the 4-hour balance above. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the live stream now because I don't really want to look at the charts, especially when we're ranging like this. So I'm gonna end the live stream now. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Let me look over the news that we have for next week. So this is the news.